I have literally, in the last hour, finished reading Ian Culbard's graphic novel adaptation of At the Mountains of Madness by H.P. Lovecraft. It's brilliant. I really enjoyed it. This is possibly the very first instance where I can say that I've read the original before I've seen the adaptation. This does a good job of taking what I would say is a very meaty short story, which has a lot of description and a lot of complicated prose, and turns it into something that's incredibly easy to digest. I could possibly say too easy to digest, but I'll get to that in a minute. It's, first things first, the print quality is incredible. I mean, kudos to Self-Made Hero. This thing is beautiful to look at, beautiful to feel, and like the page quality, the print quality, it's unparalleled. The colours in this book are amazing. Let me find you a good example. Just the contrasts and stuff. Like, there's one frame where it just moves from day to night across the page, and the contrast is incredible. And it's just little things like that blow me away. It's just the way that that Culbard has used incredibly bright colours with incredibly dark colours, even towards the end when it's supposed to be like really dark and gloomy. It shows up what needs to be shown really well. Exemplary rendition of Lovecraft's work. If you were going to do a graphic novel on a piece of Lovecraft's work, then this would be the precise way to do it. A couple of problems that I had with it was, of course, with it being a graphic novel, a lot of the prose and language work had to kind of be sacrificed for brevity. If Culbard was going to do the entire short story as a graphic novel, it'd probably be about 14,000 times bigger. That you lose a lot of how Lovecraft used words to convey certain pictures and certain thematic stuff. This isn't an essay, I can just say stuff. Of course, a lot of that is, reintroduced by the imagery, which is fine. A lot of the dialogue is dumbed down. Of course, again, it's going to be for brevity, but the only real example that you get of Lovecraft shining through is in bits of narration. You get little narration boxes every now and again, which are direct quotes from the short story. I reckon you could get through it and not even realise it's Lovecraft, because it's been like streamlined. It's very fast paced. You get to about halfway, and then you finish. There's a lot that you have to think about in the second half of the story. So for it to end like that, it didn't quite sit with me very well. Like I said earlier, if you were going to adapt a Lovecraft story into a graphic novel, this is how you do it. Also, it's an absolutely excellent way of getting into H.P. Lovecraft if you're interested in Cthulhu and all that kind of stuff, and you haven't had the time, or you haven't been able to find anything, or you find Lovecraft's prose a bit too difficult to digest. Buy this. I'm an English student at university and I find Lovecraft difficult to read. It's worth it, and I would say after reading this you go back and you read the original short story. I've seen, there are a few people who believe that Lovecraft is all about Cthulhu. It's all about, there is a big monster, oh I'm insane, rah! It's not about, Lovecraftian stories are about normal people in the face of something that's just completely above them, how much more advanced and just how greater it is than us, this cosmic being. That's the main thematic of Lovecraft's work, and I think a lot of that is lost when people fangasm over the giant tentacled winged octopus demon thing. Cthulhu is awesome, but it wasn't what Lovecraft was trying to do. So anyway, yes, whether you're a fan of Lovecraft or not, I highly advise that you read this. Not only is it a brilliant adaptation, but it's also a fantastic graphic novel. I'm not entirely sure how they're going to adapt it into a movie. They're going to, apparently, the wizards. I don't know how they're going to do it and make it so it won't just appeal to Lovecraft fans, because it's very involved and it's not exactly Indiana Jones, so we'll see. But of course this is acclaimed to be one of Lovecraft's greatest works and one of the precursors of modern horror science fiction, so you don't know. I mean, and with the genius like Guillermo del Toro directing it, you never know what he's going to come up with. Yeah, only a week until I go to America. I bought a suit this morning. It's nice. A student with a suit? It's unheard of. I'm really excited. I really, really am. That kind of goes without saying, I suppose. I highly advise as well, if you do buy this graphic novel and you do enjoy it, check out Self-Made Hero, the people who publish this, because they've done other adaptations of novels as well. In fact, Ian Culbard himself has done several adaptations of Sherlock Holmes novels. He's done The Picture of Dorian... Is it The Picture of the Portrait? I keep forgetting. It's The Picture of Dorian Gray. Brilliant artist. Like I said before, the use of colour is incredible. The shading, just the way that it's done. It's intricate in its simplicity, which I know sounds crazy, but it works. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys to it. That's just my my thoughts on this book immediately after I read it, because I knew that if I didn't, I would forget everything about it and waste a load of time. I'll probably speak to you guys one more time before I jet off to America. Not sure what with yet. Maybe another reading if you guys behave yourselves. The first one seemed quite well received, which I'm pleased of. Thank you all for your support. Don't know what I'm going to do next though. Maybe something a bit newer. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Maybe when I'm a bit more awake. Ta-ta! I'm saying all this boring stuff. It's like a friggin' IT thing. This is my computer. The screen is small. But that means that it's small. The guy on the first page looks like Dick Tracy. That's awesome!